All right, so yesterday we talked about how to find your perfect prospect, and today is going to be all about how to actually pull that person to you, right? And just real quick, tomorrow, just to kind of preview, I'm actually going to start putting my whiteboard up behind me, and you guys are going to see me actually design it, right? We've done a lot of designing of the mindset and how sales actually works and things like that, but now I'm going to start showing you how to actually design the sales funnel. That'll be tomorrow, okay? So anyways, I'm pumped about that, but real quick though, I wanted to say if you haven't figured out who it is you want to target, who you want to prospect to, a really simple thing to do is just to target yourself, right? You know how to talk to you, right? A teacher knows how to talk to a teacher. College students know how to talk to other college students, right? And so you are a very easy person to target, and just target yourself, and it helps a lot. For me, I was a frustrated MLMer or network marketer or whatever, and I hated home meetings so much. I hated going and doing those stupid nightly phone call-ins or whatever, and I hated it. And my guess is if you're watching this, then you probably are relating with that as well. So I solved my own problem, right? And I talk about that, and that resonates with other people. And like I said, if you're watching this, it probably resonates with you as well. And so that really helped me be able to overcome it and actually create baits so that I could go out and start talking to people who are like me, right? So anyways, I hope that's helpful to you to figure out more of who your target. But today I want to show you how to create that magnet to actually pull them in. I call it a bait. Anyways, I hope that sounds good. Are you guys excited? So you have to ask first, what is a lead magnet? What is a bribe? What is I call it a bait. And that's basically all it is. It's a bait. It's an ethical bribe. You can use a report. You can use a video. It's something that you're giving in exchange for a piece of their contact info, right? Their name and their email at a minimum, right? And so this series you're watching right now is actually a bribe. It's a bait. This is one of the bribes I use to attract you to me, right? And as a side note, I've already mentioned this, but later there's a webinar that I have that's going to show you basically how to use this series that you're watching right now for free. You can use this and use it as your own lead magnet for any MLM or whatever, right? And for now, just look out for that webinar that's coming out, because it's going to be really cool. It'll be exciting. You guys can watch me put all this stuff together, ask questions as I'm doing it, and then at the end of it, I'll show you how you can get the whole thing, and which is really cool. It takes a lot to put videos together. They're really fun, but you can use all this stuff for free. Anyways, but you can use a report, you can use a webinar, you can use an entry to win something. That's something we've definitely dabbled with. But anyways, when you create your own lead magnet, you're going to try and create value that will help them in their business, right? I've kind of beat that to a dead horse, but help them in their business. It's not about you, right? We talked a little bit about sales yesterday, and again, here's the lesson. Helping is the new selling, right? I know that makes sense. I'm sure it does, right? Provide answers for your target market. That is exactly what you need to be doing to really be successful with anything now. And let's say that you're a triathlete. I did a sprint triathlon a little while ago, and let's say if you're a triathlete and you walk into the sporting equipment store, right, and you're in there, and there's 100 people in there with all these different products, and they've got these big signs, and they all say, buy this, buy this, buy this, and buy these goggles, buy this road bike or whatever. And then there's one person out of the 100 that it shows a sign that says, here's some tips on correcting your swimming stroke, right? Who would you go with? It's pretty obvious, right? You're gonna go with the person who's helping you, and then sells you, right? This is the person who's going to lead with help rather than the sale, and that's how you're going to do. That's the same thing you're going to do to get this set up. So who's going to sell more? Obviously, not the 99. It's going to be that one who leads with the help, right? Looking on Facebook, I have such a love-hate relationship with Facebook. I absolutely hate Facebook, mostly because all these people I know, they're just blasting their product out there, and they're leading with their product. And they're taking all these selfies and stuff, in the gym, saying, I got my drink today and I'm in the gym. Why aren't you with me? And I hate that. It drives me nuts. Don't be that guy. Okay. Deliver real value instead. Let's say if you're in the health industry, you could say, here's 10 easy steps to drop your triathlon time, or whatever it is that you're in. Help, okay, help. Once you have this down and you're bringing real people and real value, you will be an invited guest. And I know I've already touched on this, but it's so important. It's the essence of marketing versus prospecting. And you'll be a trusted advisor when you come in. So here's kind of the list that I use when I am trying to prospect someone. First, I figure out what my target market wants and what they love. Second, my target invites me into the world when I give value, as I give value. Number 3, I position myself as the expert in their world, right? Number 4, I'm going to build greater relationships with them by giving them even more value. And then number 5, I'm going to sell them some services on the back end. And so that's very key. I'll go into that a little bit later. That's really what I'm going to try and sell them, right? In my actual opportunity. So I'm going to try and sell them other services. I'm going to try and get other things in front of them and show them, like, look, this is really how you be successful, and help them. Then I go and deliver the MLM, or my opportunity to them, right? So what kind of magnet could you create for someone who's already in business? You start thinking of this, and I hope you're ready for this. Write this down if you don't have a piece of paper or a pencil, right? We're getting to the good stuff now, okay? This is like super secret ninja stuff, all right? It's really obvious when you think about it, but most people don't, so it's not that obvious, I guess. What people in business want is more leads and sales in the business they're already in, okay? They want help marketing the business that they're already in. What does that do? It puts you as the advisor. It puts you as the coach, not the salesman. You are helping them with their current business. If you can help someone do that, that's a fantastic magnet, and it lets you build a relationship with them. And here's the best part. Okay, the reality is that 95% of the people who actually come into this sales funnel of yours, they're not actually going to join your business, and it'll be for one of 2 reasons, right? Number 1, they're going to disqualify themselves, and number 2, you're going to disqualify them. And you might say, wait, whoa, Steve, hold on. I want everybody that comes, right? I want to put everybody in and recruit the whole world. And you say, wait, don't I want everyone? Yeah, no, you don't want everyone. Remember my previous lessons, okay? You get to choose who you work with. Don't recruit leeches, right? That's totally what I did the very first time I ever put my foot down and started doing network marketing. All right, you make the rules. You put it together. You decide who you're going to work with. If someone isn't a go-getter when you bring them into your downline, they're going to be a project, right? I have enough projects in my life going on right now. I don't need a person as a project. And that's exactly what I created my first month, and it was awful. So anyways, okay, as for those who say no to you now, remember that a no today doesn't mean no in the future. There's a guy I was talking to actually, it was probably like a year and a half ago, about the opportunity that I'm in. And I was talking about him, I was teaching him, and he was like, oh, that's cool, but no, and he backs out. I was like, all right, no harm, no foul. And no joke, it was probably about a month ago, he jumped back out to me and said, hey, someone else was talking to me about what you guys are doing. Holy cow, I think we're in a better position to do it. And he was like, this guy was trying to recruit me. And I thought, I'm not going to, if I join anyone at all, it's going to be with Steve Larson. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And so a no now doesn't mean no totally, right? Sometimes people just need several engagements before you actually go and sell them. So when I say 95% of people aren't going to say yes, that's immediately, right? Remember that this is a marathon, it's not a sprint, all right? This is all about creating relationships, okay? And when you do that, people will come back to you and ask about the opportunity. That's exactly what you want. So what do? You put your value and opportunity in front of as many people as you can, okay? It's a numbers game at that point. I'm sure you've heard that sales is a numbers game. This is one of the reasons that I love MLMs, and I love our secret MLM hacks products, because I'm teaching how to design, create, and send traffic to your own lead generation, right? By that time, you can get it in front of millions of people. I've done that in 2 or 3 days. I mean, it's insane how much traction you can get. And those are all case studies, obviously, in the next products, but you're probably already getting them, and if you haven't, the link's below. But basically, once the system is all set up, you can you can just keep pressing the button and leads and sales will be coming in. It's pretty cool. It gets me excited. I get excited when I wake up in the morning and I'm like, sweet, someone wants to hear about the opportunity, and they were checking it out while I was asleep. I used to do telecom sales. I was that guy, called during dinner, I'm very sorry. And we had to call 200 or 300 people just to get, 2 or 3 sales. And that was just how the numbers worked out. And we always knew if we could get 200 or 300 calls in, we were going to get 2 or 3 sales. Same thing when I was doing door-to-door sales. It was, I knew I could get, 1 or 2 people to come join my team for every 100 flyers and engagements that I had, that I put out. And that was true, and the numbers held true to that. And that's how direct mail works and all stuff. After this point, it's just a huge numbers game. So if you know how to put this system together, and I'm showing you how to design it now, that'll be the next few days especially, and you know how to create it, and then you can send a ton of traffic to it and get lots of targeted eyes on it. It's a numbers game at that point. It's really simple, right? Can you imagine yourself doing that? Shake your head up and down with me because it's not that hard. Anyways, I'll put the links below again for those courses. I know I'm pushing those, but you guys really need them if you want to be making good, effective sales funnels, okay? And one of them is free anyways, all right? You just pay for the shipping. So anyways, you have to get it while our promo's going. Anyways, enough of that. Let's get down to nitty gritty. I'm looking at the next thing on my notes here. Okay, so the number one question your prospect has, whether or not they actually say it. Most of the time, obviously, they're not going to say it, right? But this is the number one thing that they're saying in their head. And if you can answer it, then they're going to join you. And it's fantastic. Your recruiting is going to skyrocket, all right? There's actually 5 of them. It's really the last one, though. Okay, you ready? Here they are. Look on your screen. So they want to know, number 1, who you are. So how's it going? I'm Steven Larson. Or Steve, either or. Number 2, what do you have? Number 3, why should they listen to you? Number 4, can they do this also, right? And then number 5, is it worth it? And if you can answer those 5 things, your recruiting is going to go nuts. Those first 3 questions are also one of the reasons why your upline is telling you to visit your family and friends, because generally they already know the answer to those first 3 questions, right? They already know that you're Steve Larson or whatever. So those first 3 questions are very important, but they're not nearly as important as those last 2, all right? Can I also do this, and is it worth it? So let's figure out how to actually go through those. So who you are, I'm Steve Larson. What do you have? I have this awesome opportunity. I'm not telling you the name of it, just so I really want you to know I'm not pushing my MLM on you. Number 3, why should I listen to you? Because I'm generating a lot of leads without talking to family and friends, which is absolutely amazing. And they're high quality leads and exploding the downline. It's awesome. Anyways, number 4, I get excited every time. But anyways, number 4, is it worth it? Now, the best way I found to help people overcome this question is to share a whole lot of stories of success, right? It's a great persuasion technique because people will see themselves inside of the success story. Have you ever gone to like a car salesman? I'm sure you have. You've bought a car before or looked in an apartment or a house or something like that. How do they sell you? They sell you by putting you in the car. You go on a test drive. They sell you by walking you through the apartment or the house and saying, hey, look, you guys are going to see, this is where your table's going to go. And this is the patio furniture. And can you see little Timmy running around playing with the dog over here? They get you to future pace. That's what that's called. They future pace you, meaning imagine using your product in the future, right? And if you can get people to imagine themselves using it and seeing how it would fit in their lives, then you've just completed that question. I remember when we would do door-to-door sales, I did pest control, I did security, I've done the gamut. And we would always do that as well. I would get people to come out of the house and I would future pace with them saying, look, in case you haven't noticed, you actually literally do have bugs flying all over your home. And I would show them. And there were. And I would say, I want you to, imagine all those things being gone. We can take that away by this afternoon. And they go, oh yeah, that would be cool if it was gone by the afternoon. Just future pace them. It's the exact same thing. You're going to use success stories from your current MLM or business or whatever to help future pace people and get them to say, I can do this also. This actually is possible in my future. The 5th question, is it worth it? Now, testimonials do help with answering this question, but it's usually not enough. So how do you do this? How do you help them see that they can do it as well, right? Because the dialogue in their heads is, okay, that's great, this guy's done it. That's great, he's had all success, but I don't know, do you think I can really pull this thing off? You know what I mean? That's the people's biggest questions that they got going on in their head. And if you know that primary question, then you can help people. And so I just showed it to you. So you can help people overcome that. So right now, I'm gonna give you one of the best marketing tips I could ever give you, okay? Write this down, tattoo this on your forehead, okay? Stencil it on your car. Here it is, all right? Stop promoting what it is and start promoting what it does and how you're gonna help them do it. Stop promoting what it is, start promoting what it does and how you're gonna do it. Okay, so here's what most people do when they market their business. Our company is a great company, right? They hold up the sign. Our company's a fantastic company. Our company's amazing. We're 1,000 points up in the stock market. You know, we have the best compensation plans. We have this, we have this. Our company is amazing. And, or whatever it might be, right? And this is how most people promote their business. This is how most people promote their products. And what they should be doing is promoting what it does, right? They should be showing the prospects how they can do it as well, right? All right, so a quick example of this is asking, okay, what does your product do? It helps you perform more athletically, right? Or it makes your ex jealous when she sees you because you look so good, right? That's what your product does, all right? Not what it is. You're gonna sell benefits, not features, all right? That's another way to say basically what I'm talking about, right? Gives you freedom, you know, lets you fire your boss. You pay off bills, you got financial freedom and success, right? Those are different things that your product does, not what it is. I don't even know what it is, but it sounds great, whatever product that is, right? I hope this is making sense. I sell flavor and health, not an apple, right? I sell warmth, not a coat. Does that make sense? Sell what the benefit is. Next time you're in a store, look around and start asking, you know, what is the benefit of this product? And realize that, ask yourself, am I buying the benefit or the product? All right? And you're obviously buying the product. Anyways, I digress, okay? I've got to beat that down. The best way to show what your product, what your opportunity or your product does is to show examples of people who've used the product and have basically a testimonial of what it does, right? Then you can answer the big question, can I do this too? All right? Now the best way to do that, I love this, all right? You got to get your prospects to envision themselves using your business before they join. Now, what do I mean by that? If you can get your prospects to envision themselves being successful, using your product before you ask them to buy, you've basically answered the question, can I do this also? Does that make sense? I know that, follow me on this, okay? This is a big long one, okay? And here it is, here's the golden nugget. The best way to help someone envision themselves inside of your business is to promote your marketing strategy, right? If you can do that, that's the key. If you can do that, show people the exact system that you use to build your business. Show people the list. Show people the security they're going to have when they get in. Hey, we got a plan for you. You know what I mean? That way, when they get in business for themselves, they're not in business by themselves. Right, this is why it's so crucial for you as a leader to learn how to market. You got to learn how to market. You got to learn how to promote yourself. If you don't have a marketing strategy for yourself, you can't really promote yourself at all anyways. No one's going to know about you. I find it humorous how many people, they'll jump in, they'll join, and they'll just say, okay, I'm in. Now what do I do? But the majority of people do that. That's exactly what people do all the time. And they come with the hopes of being rich, and they have no clue how to succeed, right? And so that's exactly why we created this course, all right? Secret Emblem Hacks. You guys are, like I said, just to recap I know I showed you guys this last time, but you're in the first course on designing success. The success is in the model. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. And then you mix that with traffic and it's awesome. So first, I'm showing you how to design your mindset so that you can also design your funnel, which we're gonna do here in the next few days without family and friends. Then number two, I'm showing you how to create your funnel. And that's basically how to automate pre-qualified leads. All right, and I want to focus on pre-qualified because that's so important. You don't have to take them this far. And you're going to do it without spending just a ton of money, $20,000. And there's a reason for that $20K. And then number three, you're going to learn how to send basically traffic on demand, which it is. in 2 days, I pitched 53,488 people without opening my mouth, and it was incredible. So that course is a little bit more expensive. I know people that charge $10,000 a day to teach what you will learn in that traffic course. All right, it's absolutely fantastic. Obviously, okay, so this is the offer that I have on this course. Is for you guys, I'm making it $497, so 75% off, because usually I charge $2107. So if you can't hack that, that's totally fine. I want you to be able to have it, so you can just break it up into 4 payments, 1 per month, 4 months in a row, and it's basically $100 a month, and that's absolutely fantastic. That's $3 a day, basically, right? It's pretty funny. So click the link below and you can get that deal. But people ask me all the time, well, okay, Steve, how much money did you make the very first month you ever did this? How much will I make my first month? These people are asking me what my return on investment it is, but it's kind of hard for me to answer that because I'm still getting paid for the work I did on month 1. Even though I got 13 leeches, I still got paid from that, and it's still paying me. So it's kind of hard for me to kind of quit that. And anyways, true entrepreneurs understand that. They understand that there's an investment involved, right? I spent tons of money on myself and my education, learning and learning at the foot of just incredible people, right? And then going and implementing and seeing what works and what doesn't work. And I've cleaned out all that garbage, all the fluff, and I'm giving you the hardcore nitty gritty, right? Anyways, what's cool is that I can develop and sell anything I want because of these skills. And so that's the same stuff you're going to learn. It doesn't just apply in the MLM world, or network marketing world, whatever you want to call it. It's funny, people do nothing to invest in themselves. They'll do nothing to invest in their education, and then they'll jump in expecting that people will follow them and give them money. It doesn't work that way, right? Anyways, you can end up getting a lot of people trying to do it the free way, but I've actually found that's typically the more expensive way to do this because people aren't willing to actually put some skin in the game, and they make so many mistakes along the way that I've already made, and I can tell you what to avoid. So anyways, it's against the law of attraction for you to try and jump out there not knowing anything and then expecting people to follow you. That's not how you become attractive, okay? That is against the law of attraction. Anyways, so here's one of the other lessons. You've got to become the person you're trying to attract. All right, so if you're not successful and you're not trying to make money on purpose, basically you're not going to attract successful people, okay, who are also full of purpose, okay? All right, now luckily it doesn't take years to become an expert in MLM. It doesn't take hundreds of thousands of dollars. It doesn't even take tens of thousands. Like I said, it's basically $3 a day. If you can't afford the $497, it's basically $3 a day. It's the cheapest we can make it. Anyways, to learn how to create your own complete sales funnel and get huge unlimited traffic, it costs you less in a year than it cost me for my books for a semester in college, right? I mean, just by comparison. Anyways, and I'm excited for that because once you invest in your education and you have a clear picture, you can really easily answer the question, can I do this also? And that is when people will follow you. Because I want to tell you guys, I've tried a lot of things in my life, right? And it's very fascinating to see how many people will follow you and won't. Because when you get excited, you talk about things, and the number one question people have always asked is, can I do that also? And when they say no, usually you're not hanging out with those people. You're not, they're not into what you're doing. So anyways, I'm excited for you. Is that not awesome? This is how I've come to the success that I've had. And I want you to picture yourself getting 12 leads a day easily, who are looking for the opportunity. These aren't people you're begging, right? Door-to-door sales, I had to go beg. These are people who are looking. Anyways, I'm very excited for you. I want to see you see yourself on top of the leaderboard. So here's the rules. You must answer these 3 questions in this order. Number 1, you got to promote yourself first. And you do this by giving value to your prospects, right? We just went all over that. Number 2, you got to promote your team's marketing systems and strategies. All right, this puts them in the business before they even join it. All right, because you're future pacing them. You're saying, hey, check it out. When you join, there's actually answers for you. You're not going to be by yourself, you know. And number 3, then you're going to promote the opportunity. Not what it is, but what it does, and how you're going to help them. How you're going to help them do it. Can you teach marketing strategies before you know them? Of course not. And just like the author of Secrets of a Millionaire Mind said, your business and your income will grow to the extent that you do. Okay, guys, that's it for today's video. Okay, super powerful stuff. Just a quick recap: don't target friends and family. Target yourself. Target people like you. All right, helping is the new selling. Provide answers. The best lead magnet for someone already in business is to help them with their current business, right? Here's one of the major lessons also. Remember, a no today doesn't mean a no in the future. Stop promoting what it is, start promoting what it does and how you're going to help them do it. The most important thing you can answer for your prospect is, can I do this also? And the best way to answer that is to get them to envision themselves in your business by promoting your marketing strategy. Okay? Gosh, sink that in. Staple that everywhere, all over you. I mean, keep that on you, right? It is so crucial for you as a leader to learn marketing. Anyways, those are the major lessons I wanted to get out. So in tomorrow's lesson number 4, it's incredibly important. I'm going to tell you the one reason anyone would ever join your business. It's a one-word answer. Put it in the comments below if you think you know what it is, or if you got value from this. On top of that, I'm going to show you basically how to be profitable from the leads who say no to your business. It's really, really powerful stuff. Anyways, tomorrow is absolutely incredible. I know you guys are going to love it. And then I'm going to start breaking out the whiteboard and showing you how to actually design all the stuff that I'm talking about, okay? Anyways, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.